We're live. Yay! Hi! Happy Sunday. It's September and it's starting to feel a little bit more like fall. I wouldn't say it's sweater weather in Denver yet because, oh my God, I was sweating. I'm sweating right now. I'm going to be sweating all the way through these clothes in a few minutes. Ciao. But yeah, it is starting to feel September really is the best month to run, in my opinion. I do like that when you get that sudden shift and everything gets cooler, might not be cold. I like cold, but cooler, which means it is easier. It's still bright enough when their alarm goes off at 6 o'clock that there's some sunlight. So it's not like the blaring light in your eyes that makes you feel bad about not wanting to run at 5:30 in the morning, but you've got that gentle sunlight. It kind of wakes up with you and it's like, hello, let's go do this. It should be so nice. And then it is so nice because it's not too hot yet. Even if it's hot later in the day, you're like, thank God I got out of bed and I ran this morning because God, it is hot. And everything about September feels really good for that reason. It's that positive feedback reinforcement loop that you need going into October, which is like better than September but darker, and then November, which again better but darker. Better being colder, especially if you're menopausal like me. Yay, rah! But yeah, this is the month where we set up the habits that we need to carry us through the winter, because everything's easy when you're fit, everything's harder when you're not quite where you want to be yet. And the power of yet starts with doing things when it feels good right now and things feel great. So before we go into the big questions, I gotta say, if you I canceled all of office hours this week and want to be kind of open about that, and I didn't respond to a whole lot of people. We'd had a sort of a family, I don't want to say crisis because that sounds really big, but I pulled all 4 kids out of our school, Lincoln Elementary, the local that we walk to every day. I know I've posted a million photos of us walking to school because their safety there was no longer, well, I don't feel they weren't safe there anymore. So we were able to pull them out and find them and place them in a wonderful school called Bromwell Elementary that is not too far. It's about a 10-minute drive, so no more picturesque little walks to school, but we can do a picturesque little walk to Shake Shack on Fridays like we did after school. And as far as I'm concerned, that is better than being able to walk from home. So if you haven't, if you've been meaning to hear from me, if you've been waiting to hear from me, if I've been sort of out of touch, that's why. And I haven't really been publicizing it anywhere on social media. This is about as close as I'm going to come since we're live streaming to the YouTube channel. I'm already caught up in one defamation lawsuit case right now. I would rather not get wrapped up in another. So what I can say about it is really limited, but it was extremely stressful. And I apologize for my absence. I apologize for my silence. I did not know how to explain what was happening while it was happening. So I just sort of, picked the option that scares people the most who are around me, since I'm known for really kind of not caring a whole lot, being really radical and open and sharing and telling the truth no matter what. So when I go silent, I know it's scary for people who are close to me, and I apologize if I scared any of you this week. The kids are fine. They're in a better, that's awful. This is why I get in trouble. They're in a great school now. We feel very confident and comfortable. The transition was really sudden, which can always be jarring, but it was ultimately the right call, and all the kids are really happy. But that could be because we've been walking to Shake Shack 2 blocks every day after school and getting milkshakes. And really, you can't lose when you're bribing people with sweetened milk, right? At least that's my family motto. If we had a crest, that would be on the family crest in Latin or something that I can't read. Anyway, there we go. So big congratulations this week to someone else who did something amazing, and that is Tamara Payton. Tamara Payton took 40 minutes off of her half Ironman time, and that's kind of that's like half of a half marathon. She took a 10K off of her half marathon time, half Ironman time. Sorry, I said half marathon time. She took an hour off of her half Ironman time. I don't even know what I just said. That is just such a huge, I don't like to say improvement because it's faster, but like when you're out there doing something for like 12 hours, I don't know how long a half Ironman is, but it sounds egregiously long to me. If there's a reason, I see things that I'm like, does it involve a bike? Because I'm not doing it. It involves my body getting wet, my hair getting wet. It's not happening. So I don't ever really get gauge for how long a half Ironman is, but whatever it is, she did it. It took her this long before it. It took her 1 hour less this time. That is huge. You are a badass. Well done, Tamara, for finishing that thing in an hour less time than what it took you last time, because that's an hour more time you could have been drinking milkshakes instead of swimming in open water, riding a bike, up a hill, or going for a run as you do in a half Ironman. Those sound really terrible. There's nothing about that that is appealing. I don't really love any of those things except Tamara. I can love you, Tamara. I am so excited for you, and I'm so proud of you. Also, Coach Kavlin this week got a new job. I'm excited for her. Congratulations, Coach Kavlin. It is fully remote, and she got 2 hours of walking while working on her new to her treadmill desk. You have a treadmill desk. You walked. That's amazing. I love it. I don't even get to walk while I'm at work. I just sit here. In news for me that I'm really excited about, I have been, testosterone cream, still trending in the right direction. My running was off this week because I was handling this family situation that I just mentioned. But I had a really great run this morning. I had a decent run 2 days ago. My heart rate was a little too high. And I'm aware of that, but I wanted to say, like, I just needed to run. I just needed to go, and I needed to feel. And I was like, I was only going. And my heart rate average at the end of this was 160. I walked for a lot of it. My average pace was 15 minutes a mile. That tells you how stressful this week was, that my heart rate was above 160 at a 15-minute mile. So if there's any part of you that says, like, this is too slow, I don't feel good, this is not worth it, I'm not worth it, I want you to know that I'm worth it, and so are you. And if any part of you feels like you're slow right now, I assure you, I'm slower. Who cares? We are not doing a half Ironman. We do not need to be fast. And the only reason you would want to go faster in a half Ironman is to be finished sooner and not have to do that again. But you know what? You could just not sign up for a half Ironman. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to not. I respect to everyone who does, but I'm going to sit here and continue to not. Anyway, here are the 2 big questions. Congratulations to me. Yay for having a good workout. Congratulations to Tamara. Congratulations to Coach Kavlin. And if you had some sort of a win this week, I really just want you to say congratulations. Type it here in the chat. Let me know that I can shout it out for you. Like, just go with it. Own it. Love it. Anything right now is a win. Because remember, it's our last net. Hopefully, this past August was our last abnormal August, which means if things are still going to be messy for a while. As long as we're in this messy period, you cannot expect pre-2020 or 2019 performance from yourself. Rebuilding is humbling. It is hard. I know all about this right now. I had to rebuild after Violet was born, then I've had to rebuild again. I don't know how long I'm going to be rebuilding, but it's probably going to be a while before I see a 9-minute mile at 140 again. If I was measuring improvement by that, I would lose my mind and I probably wouldn't continue to do this. So I tell you that to tell you this, and to remind you that wherever it is you are right now, I promise you are not as far behind or doing as poorly as you think you are. It is so easy to get caught up in that comparison trap instead of loving it for what it was. Yeah, that run was slow as molasses, but I did it in the morning and I did it in the cool and I felt really great. And I came back and I took a shower and then I did nothing while my husband and my kids did the laundry. And that was a really, really, really great feeling. So it's the other thing. Make your husband and kids do the laundry. And then I watched the Great British Baking Show, which I know you guys have been talking about this for so long. And I'm sorry I didn't get into it sooner. I don't bake. Between celiac and now with type 2 diabetes, non-insulin dependent, and CSID, means I can't digest starches of any kind. It's kind of humbling. Like, baking has never appealed to me. Like, already I was so limited in what I could eat that just like watching people bake things that I couldn't taste, like, didn't really sound like my idea of fun. And y'all, I got to tell you, I was wrong. This show is amazing. Everyone's so supportive and they really care. And you see them helping each other out and they're so nice. And I need more nice, y'all. I need more nice, especially after Jason Sudeikis from Ted Lasso making himself like the biggest jackass he could possibly be on a world stage right now. And I wish he would stop, but he doesn't. He seemed determined not to stop. So with Ted Lasso ruined for me, I needed something new, and that is the Great British Baking Show. And I can't. As soon as this is done, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pieces in the oven. I'm gonna throw it at the kids and go watch more of this Great British Baking Show. It is that good. And yeah, as for those of you who tell me about the kids version, I know it. I've seen it. Don't love the host as much. The host really is a little too much in your face. I like how the hosts of the Great British Baking Show know that the stars of the show are the bakers and they don't feel the need to like pull the spotlight. I don't know. This just it's the Great British Baking Show adult version is like the perfect mix, and I love it so much. Oh my gosh. So questions. Now, if I live in a location where my runs are pretty much all uphill, out, and downhill back, or downhill out and uphill back, yes, even the very long runs. Is there one of these that is preferable over the other? I'd say just mix them up so you don't hate your life too much. I mean, for me personally, I would start with the uphill out just because it feels like a slap in the face to have to deal with the uphill coming back. That's what I would probably choose. I would also choose a long, possibly walking warm up. I'm most of my warm ups are walks these days. Obviously, as soon as I start jogging, like my heart rate does, at a 16-minute mile, my heart rate is up at like 164, 165, and again, it's humbling. That's how much stress. So the part of that stress, part of that's a lack of fitness, part of that is there's a lot going on in my body in my house right now, but we're working it out. So to tell you this. Don't make things harder than you have to. If you end on a good note, you are more likely to carry that into your next run. So do whatever makes this the least difficult. And I would guess that the least difficult would be to start with the uphill jog that then turns into sailing as you come downhill all the way back. That's what I would do. Or I mean, from a straight up physiological standpoint, it's not like running around a track, right? Which is going to take if you're running around a track or running on like in Wash Park, we've got some camber now on the roads, and that's new. But they repaved it and messed it up, and in doing so have put camber on the road. And so now when I go to Wash Park, I'm pretty careful. I'll start off by running this direction, and then the next time I come, I'll go the opposite direction, and that's to make sure that I'm evening out the stress on my ankles, because if you run the same way all the time, that's with that type of camber, by the way, is a slope in the road that looks kind of like that. So running like this is going to take a toll on one ankle. So I go one direction one day, one direction the next. When it comes to uphill, you don't have that same type of concern because it's an even stress. It's only when you have an uneven stress that, like running around a track, running on cambered road, that you need to try to worry about evening it out to put stress on both sides of but in this case, in both ankles. You don't have that here. So just do whatever you hate the least, or is going to make the end of that run the most pleasant. That's what I would do. I have a favorite pair of running shorts that I have worn exclusively for the last 5 years. Ooh, look at you. Unfortunately, they finally bit the dust and split up the rear. Looking for recommendations, as they don't make them anymore. I'm partial to 3.5 inseam and wide waistband, if you can think of anything that fits that bill. So I'm kind of in the same situation. My body's changed a lot. I have an egregious amount. If you've been with me for a while, you know I have more. Like no human should have as many running clothes as I do. Granted, I've gotten a lot of them for free over the years, working in this role. But still, that's really when the day comes that I'm like, wow, I literally don't fit into anything I own, or I don't like the way I look in this. I can get it on, but I'd rather not try. I've been out there trying to buy new clothes too. So my favorite right now, Lululemon, every once in a while will make this. And I know, don't roll your eyes at me, guys. I know it's not for everybody. And I wish it was for everybody. But for me, I grew up going to church wearing control top pantyhose. So there's something about the sensation of being hugged all the way around the waist that I really enjoy. It has less to do with trying to cover a muffin top. But a lot of run shorts, because I do have a muffin top now, and a lot of my run shorts create that muffin top look, and I really don't like it. So the higher waisted I can find, the better. And it has the bonus of when it's really high waisted, it tends to be a little bit snug in the waist, which feels like control top pantyhose. And it has that. It's just that sensory input that I really enjoy. It's the same reason I like wearing compression capris, not compression pants. It's a lot of compression socks. They're too hard to get on and off, but compression capris from CRX I love. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Fabletics Power Hold High Waisted doesn't roll. Good to know. I've never really tried Fabletics. I know that Lululemon doesn't always have these. They bring them out like once every 2 years or so. They'll have an ultra high waisted jogging short. And when I can get my hands on a new pair, I do. And yeah, you can also get them used on eBay. I've come to the point where I think that no one likes this other than me, because they're always for sale on Poshmark or eBay used. And yes, I know it can be a little gross that they've got the built-in panty. So if that's not your thing, I get it. So go see. I don't even know if they have it in the store right now, but so Lululemon has the ultra high waist. These guys say Fabletics Power Hold is really good. Another brand that I like is Wassell. They don't come quite high enough for me, but I used to swear by and love their Rogas. Their Mac Rogas specifically were my favorite. But I can't get into them at the moment. So ask me again. The other thing that randomly I've come to like, y'all, if you've been here for a while, you also know I don't love running in skirts. But I bought myself some tennis lessons for my birthday because I thought, well, I'm not running the way I want to run. I might as well try something new, maybe meet some new people. And then I realized I see why people who play tennis wear skirts. I need one. So I have this tennis skirt from Nike, and I freaking love it. It is amazing. It is their shorts. I mean, you could easily, if you wanted to, you could take a seam ripper and rip the skirt part off if you wanted to. But these are like the perfect running short. They come up really high, like over my belly button, and I'm high waisted with a long torso, so that is a feat. They come all the way over. The sizing runs large, but I can move in this and I don't even feel like I'm wearing a skirt. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So it's very rare that you hear me say I like anything by Nike, because I really hate the company. But when they do things right, they do it well. And they did make this. I'll see if I can find a link to it. But it's a tennis skirt that I now run in a lot and I like. And finally, the thing that got me through coming back from pregnancies, my favorite things to run in ever are CWX compression pants, because again, they come up super high and they're snug. And this, I know that you're like, this does not answer my question. I asked you about shorts, and I'm like, I haven't really worn shorts in a while because they don't fit into my shorts. And when I buy things, I buy capris or running tights. So this is where my money's been going. There's also one other pair by Wassell, since we're here and y'all got time. See if I can find it. They're like a lined running short by Wassell. And they freak me out a little bit because they're so cool. But similar, it is remarkable. The reason I like them is very similar to why I like the tennis skirt. It's like a fitted pair of shorts underneath a looser pair of shorts. So it's not just like running in a panty that kind of moves around and never fits correctly. This is like a biker short underneath a running short, and I dig it. Let me see. I think they might be called the Obsessions. No. I'm so sorry I'm making y'all wait while I look this up. And the site doesn't want to load. Somebody here surely knows Wassell well enough to be able to like just pipe up with the name of these. And I don't see them. Don't think they're Rogas. They're definitely not. So I used to run in the Mac Rogas. Maybe it's Track Fan. No. Tell you what, I'm going to go look through my email and look for the receipt. I'm going to go through my email, look for the receipt, because I don't shop at Wassell that often. I'll find it. I'll put the name. I'll come back and put the name in the comments. The seams on Wassell's drive me nuts. Yeah. Well, when I was wearing Mac Rogas, remember, those were just like glorified booty shorts. Care about the seams, but I hear you and I feel that. Ooh, what is that? Title IX Obsession 4-inch inseam. That sounds nice. Yeah, those look so those are 4 inches. Mine I think are 5 inches. They might be a little bit longer, but those look a whole lot. Yeah, mine are the 6 inch. That's it. Good find. Yeah, that's them. That's totally them. So I wear the Obsessions with the 6 inch inseam. There you go. Who knew? Any other shorts that you guys love? Feel free to toss in the chat. I was a Lululemon girl for years and years and years and years and years, and you love between Lululemon and Wassell. A few Brooks here and there, but not really that many. But yeah, that is them. Well done. There's the link. That's so cool. Thank you for finding them. But if I'll go also go through my drawer and see what else I find and let you know. But that's where I would start. Any other recommendations, please feel free to throw them out there. Welcome to September. For those of you in the UK who will be start your National Day of Mourning is starting in a few hours. My heart's with you. For those of you in other parts of the world who will be having different sort of parties starting soon, I'm watching those with utmost respect, and I'm giggling a little bit too. It's kind of great. Anybody else who has no idea what I'm talking about, go watch The Crown. It's amazing. It's HRH's favorite show, and it's what she makes us watch every night before bed. And there's no one more excited for season 5 than this girl right here, just to have some new episodes of The Crown, because I guess Violet thinks she's training for her future role. Anyway, you are coached. You are loved. And if you did not run a half Ironman today, guess what? You finished it faster. You finished not doing the thing faster than Tamara did the thing, which means by definition, de facto, you are winning at life. I'm going to go watch a Great British Baking Show. Whoop!